Good evening again from the World Game and another SBS special. Tonight, the first of our trio of European Cup finals. It's Italy's Parma against England's Arsenal, a most promising final of the Cup Winners' Cup from Copenhagen. Parma were the favourites, given that they were at full strength and were the holders. Arsenal were wounded by absenteeism pre-match, having lost England striker Ian Wright through suspension and midfielder John Jensen through injury. But in cup final football, nothing is predictable. We pick up the action about 5 minutes into the match. It's Parma in the yellow strip and your commentator is Gary Bloom.
Working on it.
Brolin. 3 is to Chiara. Pin. Intercepted by De Chiara, but Parma are offside. Aspria didn't exactly agree with that decision, did he? Seaman with a goal kick, still 0-0. We've had 5.5 minutes of the 1994 Cup Winners' Cup final. Selly. He got involved in a Parma sandwich then, involving Pin and De Chiara. Now, this is where Arsenal are going to be very, very dangerous. This could be their chance to win the game, in fact, from these set plays. George Graham has told them this morning to take their time at these dead ball situations and hopefully catch Parma out, because Parma on the bigger side. Davis swings it in, it's to the back post. That hit a Parma head. Arsenal have a corner. Adams is there, coming forward. Corner then to Arsenal. Drifted to the near post. Oh, it's almost gone in. Well, that's where Arsenal are going to make a real impact. It was Kevin Campbell. Merson's corner, and Campbell was there just flicking the ball on. Ballotta was scrambling away and was struggling to get there. Selly. Campbell now. Arsenal should be heartened about that chance of a goal. Merson. Easy catch for Luca Bucci. Selly. Morrow. Arsenal beginning to steady the ship. They had an uneasy opening 5 minutes to this game, but they're beginning to play now, and that'll give their supporters some hope. Parma were threatening to run away with this game. Winterburn. Pin. Nearly every Parma move goes through Gabriele Pin. Crippa. Foul by Morrow, who had his feet unnecessarily high. Steve Morrow, who scored Arsenal's winning goal against Sheffield Wednesday in last season's League Cup final. De Chiara will take the throw. Zola. Crippa. Aspria. Benarivo's gone on the overlap. Aspria had a shot, it ricocheted off Bold. Through to Crippa. Benarivo. Aspria. Foul by Bold. Now this is one of Parma's party pieces too. Swerving and bending in these free kicks from this sort of range. Already had two close attempts on goal, one for either team. Both have been headers. One by Brolin, one by Kevin Campbell of Arsenal. That's well wide of its target. And didn't even trouble David Seaman, the Arsenal goalkeeper. Split the defensive wall though. And it was the captain Lorenzo Minotti who hit it. Apolloni. Throw into Parma. Minotti. Game's just entered a little bit of a lull. We've had nearly 12 minutes of the game. 0-0 in the Cup Winners' Cup final between Arsenal and Parma. Seaman with the clearance upfield. Looking for the head of Smith. Davis flicks on. Arsenal are offside. Incidentally, only Milan and Juventus had a better defensive record in Italy than Parma this season. There's Nevio Scala, the coach who's masterminded this brilliant Parma team to so many triumphs now over the last 3 seasons. Could this be another one? Seven is Brolin, club's leading goal scorer in this season's Cup Winners' Cup, and the man who almost gave Parma the lead early on. Merson. Davis. Campbell is onside. He just can't get a shot in on goal. Selly can't score. Davis. Arsenal just beginning to give Parma problems, but here comes the speed merchant Aspria. Zola now, Brolin to his right, slips the ball to Brolin, who's onside. Oh, it's hit the upright, oh my word. That's twice now Brolin has gone close. That was a great ball from Zola. Arsenal was stretched, and only the width of an upright separates Parma and the first goal of this Cup Winners' Cup final. He really looks in the mood tonight. The baby-faced assassin, they call him. Well, people were predicting a rather dour and incidentless final. They couldn't have got it more wrong. We've had 3 really good opportunities for a goal. in the opening quarter of an hour. Selly. Dixon will take this throw. Nearly 20 minutes have elapsed in the Cup Winners' Cup final. Closest we've come to a goal, a shot from Brolin, which ricocheted back off the upright. Smith! That's a brilliant goal for the Arsenal! Alan Smith has scored! Oh, he really got hold of that one! They're hugging and kissing each other down on the terracing. The Arsenal supporters are in dreamland. The ball was hooked clear, straight into the path of Alan Smith, and wallop! It beat Luca Bucci. And the English FA Cup winners are a goal ahead. My word, what a strike! Well, Alan Smith has often been left out of the Arsenal team this season, with Campbell and Wright preferred instead. He's now 31 years old. His goals have helped Arsenal to 2 championships, and it could well send them on the way to the Cup Winners' Cup. Well, that really has put a very different complexion on this game. Parma are going to have to chase the match now, something they never envisaged doing. Now, can Parma get right back in this game? Aspria. De Chiara. Corner now to Parma, with cries of 1-0 to the Arsenal ringing around the stadium, and that's gone straight behind for a goal kick. Well, the Parma supporters won't need reminding about the score. Benarivo now for Parma. Arsenal, remember, bidding for their first European trophy in 24 years. And they've taken a massive step towards it with that goal by Alan Smith. Apolloni. Cripper, that's a great ball, looking for Penn. Dispossessed by Merson. Here come Arsenal on the counter-attack. Smith peels away to his left. Campbell to his right now. Aimed in towards Smith again. Might come down to Campbell. Picks out Winterburn, the left back. Apolloni got his head to the ball to force it clear. And Parma really know they're in a game now. Brolin Asprilla will be the target man here. He has the ball. That's great close control by Asprilla, but he fell at the vital moment. And Arsenal are furious about that free kick being awarded. They really felt that Asprilla slipped on the turf rather than was tripped. And now this could be a major problem for Arsenal. Now watch out for number 10, Gianfranco Zola, the Parma midfield player. He scores from 1 out of 3 of these free kicks. It really will be a contentious goal should Parma equalise, because Arsenal certainly feel that Asprilla wasn't fouled. All that's history now. Arsenal have to defend this free kick. Arsenal lead by a goal to nil. We've reached the 25-minute mark of the first half. Zola standing over the ball, ready to curl this one in. Arsenal could do with 2 or 3 goalkeepers here. Here's Zola. Oh dear. And Parma will retake the free kick. The reason why, the Arsenal defenders encroached when the free kick was taken. And there could well be a caution here. Possibly Paul Davis has been shown the yellow card. So, take 2. Zola standing over the ball. He will be favourite to strike it. Asprilla and Creeper are in there as well. Winterburn is a makeshift goalkeeper. Zola! Just too high. And look how disappointed he is. Only about a foot or so out with his trajectory of that free kick, but it was good enough to clear the crossbar, and Arsenal can breathe again. Kripa. Winterburn. Zola. Zola again. That's going to be a corner to Parma. Zola to take it. Dropped in short to Benarivo. Minotti's in there. Cripper took the ball off his toe. Parma are offside. Well, Arsenal really are famous in England for marshalling a very, very well-disciplined offside trap. And Parma have been caught in it numerous times now at the start of this Cup Winners' Cup final. Asprilla has made a disappointing start to the game. Selly's in trouble here for Arsenal. He's prepared to limp on in Arsenal's cause. Smith looking for Campbell. In by Cripper. Goal apologises for raising his feet, but Parma have the free kick anyway. Incidentally, Parma have made 6 changes from the team which started the Cup Winners' Cup final at Wembley last season against Antwerp. Arguably they have a much better side, but not performing as well as it did 12 months ago. They really put on an exhibition against Royal Antwerp in England's famous venue. Brolin. Creeper. Asprilla. Ricocheted off Bold. Arsenal are defending really, really well. Asprey, he's found half a yard now. Zola, he's found half a yard. He's almost found a goal. It was a very good save from David Seaman. England's first choice was Arsenal's first choice as Zola headed for goal. Not bad for a player who's nursing a rib injury. Seaman fisted that one clear, and he's got his hands to the ball once again. That really the first time that Asprey and Zola have combined effectively in Parma's cause. Sensini. Benarivo should retrieve the ball and keep it alive. Brolin. This looks promising. Minotti. Good stop again by David Seaman, who's getting progressively busier in this game. Seems to have been winded by that shot on goal by Minotti. Oh, that ricocheted off Asprey. Bold helps it on. Asprey is currently offside. It's another poor ball by Seaman, picked up by Brolin. Thomas Brolin, the Swedish international. Rarely shown the level of consistency he's managed in the last 4 months. He really is playing well. He hit an upright before Arsenal scored. This is Crippa. No foul. Crippa was looking for one. Sensini. Asprey dances round the ball. Beaten off it by Adams. Sensini. 5 is Apolloni. Adams claims he was hit by Asprey. Free kick goes Parma's way. Apolloni, Sensini. Bin. Benarivo. Crippa. In fact, it was Benarivo who had the shot, and it was well wide of its target. Now, David Seaman is complaining about something, about the either the spectators behind his goal or actually some of the netting, which appears to have come loose. Seaman's done the running repairs. The referee's watch will tell him there are less than 5 minutes left in the first half. Arsenal still a goal ahead. Apolloni. Campbell. Merson. Brolin. Dispossessed by Morrow. Smith. Morrow again. Finding Smith. Dixon. Lovely football by Arsenal now. Campbell. Off Sensini, who can't deny Arsenal a corner kick. Lorenzo, or rather Nesta Sensini, who scored a crucial goal in the semi-final against Benfica in the home leg. Luca Bucci waiting expectantly on his goal line now for Parma. Oh, it's almost in. I think it was Kevin Campbell. He got his head to the ball. Good corner by Davis. Campbell was there, and it was defended on the line by Penn. That one forced away for another corner. Well, this is where Parma are struggling, just to keep Arsenal out. As Adams is forward, Smith is forward, Campbell's forward too, flicked on by Bold. Cripper helps it forward to Zola, who's fouled. Shelley was the offending player. Well, the linesman's flag on the far side must have grown stiff, flagging for all these offsides. Brolin, the latest player to be caught out. Half-time is in sight as Campbell looks for the ball. Aspria. Zola unable to control it. Hooked away by Adams. Merson. Picked up there by Minotti. Brolin. Intelligent use of his chest to flick the ball on. Aspria. Zola. And Seaman finds touch on the far side. But Arsenal really have strangled Parma in the opening half. They haven't given them any time or space in midfield there. Parma's midfield creativity has been stifled for long periods of the game, and the crucial strike has come from Alan Smith. Closest Parma have come to a goal was from the boot of Thomas Brolin, their Swedish international. As half-time approaches, so the Arsenal supporters wave their flags. Now, can Arsenal pinch a second goal before half-time? Merson's after the ball, Ballotta's off his line and bravely gains possession. We've played 30 seconds of stoppage time at the end of the first half. And the longer this first half has gone on, the more Arsenal have seemed more and more assured in their game plan. And at the moment are consummately ahead. Maybe not in terms of the number of goals they've scored, but certainly in their overall possession and in the way they've marked Zola and Brolin out of the game. Apolloni. I imagine there'll be some harsh words said at half-time in the Parma dressing room. Campbell, rudely checked by Apolloni, on his way to goal. And that wasn't what Parma will have expected. And Cripper is going to be cautioned here, just out of your picture, as we look again at that check by Apolloni. In fact, it's Apolloni who's been shown the yellow card, but Cripper had certainly something to say about the decision. Now, Arsenal have been told to take their time at these dead ball situations, but we have played 2 minutes of injury time at the end of the first half. Davis with a free kick. Now, is that going to be the corner kick? It's been retrieved and driven back into the area. Smith's in there. Adams too looking for the ball. Brolin. Morrow. Aspria now for Parma. Trying to sneak a goal before the interval. It came off to Chiara. Oh, Brolin was looking for possession. Aspria. No penalty kick, despite De Chiara's theatrical dive from Lee Dixon's challenge. Let's have a look at that one again. It would have been a harsh decision, but certainly Dixon's boot made contact. We've played nearly 3.5 minutes of injury time at the end of the first half. Arsenal still with that 1-goal advantage. Clever little header by Apolloni. He turns it back to Bucci. De Chiara. Oh, there's going to be a stoppage here for Aspria's tackle on Adams, which has infuriated the Arsenal players. And Vaclav Krondl is having his authority of this game undermined by some of these tackles now. Aspria has been yellow carded. That will really be meat and drink to these Arsenal players. They feel, probably correctly, that Parma are rattled. Tony Adams is certainly rattled after that whack on the head by Faustino Aspria, the Colombian. And wherever you look to the left-hand end of this stadium, all you can see is red and white, Arsenal's colours, fluttering in the Copenhagen evening. Dixon fires it forward. It should go through to Bucci, the Parma goalkeeper. We've played 50 minutes now of this first half. Sometime since I commentated on a game when we played 5 minutes of injury time at the end of a half. I think Parma will want the half-time whistle to come. Their game plan, to be honest, is shot. Arsenal's has worked superbly. Gripper. A rare chance for De Chiara to run at the Arsenal right flank. Zola. 3 red and white shirted players converge on him. Dixon now. Apolloni. De Chiara. Aspria. Helped off towards Brolin. This could be danger here. Aspria. Good blocking challenge by Bold, and it's fired through by Minotti and fielded by David Seaman. We've had 6 minutes of stoppage time now. Sensini. Throw in to Arsenal. Just wonder if there's something gone wrong with the referee's stopwatch. Can't account for 6 minutes of stoppages. Davis. Morrow. Dixon. Oh, that's a poor ball. Well, what an opening 45 minutes for the English team. They've smothered Parma And after Parma hit an upright, after Brolin was clean through on goal, Arsenal got the decisive breakthrough, courtesy of Alan Smith, a rasping shot past Luca Bucci. Asprey has been booked and has been marked out of the game. The half-time score from the Parken Stadium in Copenhagen is Arsenal 1, Parma 0. Arsenal lead Parma by a goal to nil at half-time in the 33rd Cup Winners' Cup final. This match being played in the Parken Stadium in Copenhagen. And the opening 45 minutes have been a surprise, to say the least. Arsenal have completely frustrated Parma, quite deservedly, have the lead through a shot by Alan Smith on the 20-minute mark. Though perhaps Parma are unfortunate not to be a goal up after Thomas Brolin hit an upright early in the game. It's Parma who get the second half underway, knowing that they'll have to do a lot better to make an impression on the English Cup winners of 12 months ago. Zola, Gripper now. Spreer chests it down. Certainly wins possession for Arsenal. He's unable to find Alan Smith, who's on the left-hand side. Incidentally, Arsenal have never lost to an Italian team in European competition. They've beaten Lazio, Juventus and Torino so far. Will Parma be next for Arsenal? Sensini. This looks promising for Parma. Gripper. Beaten away. And once again, Parma are caught offside. It really has been a common theme in the opening 45 minutes. Parma pressing forward, Arsenal pushing up in defence. Referee looking to his linesman and then awarding Arsenal a free kick for offside. Dixon, the right back of Arsenal, who admitted this week that he's not a fan of Italian football, which is shown live on television in England. Kevin Campbell is shown a yellow card. This incident which saw Campbell booked was more of a missed time challenge, but it looked particularly nasty, didn't it? Campbell yellow carded then. Zola looking for Asprey now. That's a lovely layoff. Brolin tried to scoop the ball over David Seaman, the Arsenal goalkeeper, and couldn't manage to get enough lift in his shot. And Brolin is injured here. That was the moment when Brolin took a real whack on the leg. Rather sportingly, Parma give David Seaman the ball back because Seaman had thrown it out of play in case Brolin was injured. Brolin. Asprey now. Parma appealed for handball then against Steve Bold, but it wasn't given to his Benarivo. Parma have looked very disappointing going forward in the second half. Arsenal's attacking ambitions have more or less given up the ghost with 5 minutes left. Their aim now just to keep Parma out, and the Cup Winners' Cup will be theirs for the first time. Remember, this is Arsenal's second appearance in the Cup Winners' Cup final. The last 14 years ago, when they lost to Valencia after a penalty shootout. Sensini. Melli's cross, looking for Asprey. Asprey's got it. Hook clear. Frustrating effort on goal, just wide from Kripa. Adams struggled to get it clear, and Kripa thrashed at the ball rather in hope than accuracy. 2.5 minutes for Nevio Scala's team to draw level. Brolin loses possession. Throw-in taken by Benarivo. Apolloni scoops it forward, looking for Aspria. He's got away from Bold. Minotti, Arsenal appeal for offside. And they are offside. Well, Arsenal are patching up the walking wounded. Now look at Kripa. That really was a senseless area to run. Well, Arsenal will be invigorated by the noise now reverberating around this new stadium, this refurbished stadium, because all the Arsenal supporters are now on their feet, ready to salute Arsenal's first European triumph in goodness knows how long. 24 years to be exact. That moment is only 1.5 minutes or so away. There'll be a bit of injury time to add on, I suspect. Davis with a free kick. Played wide towards McGoldrick. Should be Butchies. It is Butchies. Here come Arsenal with Lee Dixon. Played in towards Smith. Cut out by Sensini. We're deep inside the final minutes of the Cup Winners' Cup final. Benarivo. John Jensen's left the commentary box to join his Arsenal colleagues down on the touchline, and cries of "We shall not be moved" are ringing in the throats now of the Arsenal supporters. If Parma are going to find an equaliser, they're leaving it very, very late. Benarivo. Benarivo's cross. Seaman's after it. Seaman's got it. And suddenly the cry to Seaman. David Seaman's had a great game for Arsenal. 13,000 pairs of Arsenal eyes are on the referee, craving him to blow the full-time whistle. Arsenal want a free kick, but the referee waves play on. Brolin. Kripa. Aspria. Is this Parma's last stand? Zola. Zola can't punish Arsenal, and McGoldrick has it now. We've played 1.5 minutes of stoppage time. Smith's after this one. He was offside anyway. Sensini. Still tremendous excitement around this stadium, as Arsenal are in touching distance now of the Cup Winners' Cup. The currency now is seconds rather than minutes left of this game. Apolloni cuts it out. Parma appear to have failed in their bid to retain the Cup Winners' Cup. Melli. Adams, who's been a tower at the back for Arsenal in this game. Smith. just tries to hold the ball up. McGoldrick can't get past De Chiara, or rather Benarivo. Brolin. The Arsenal fans anxiously check their watches. We've played 2.5 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the game. Parma are offside once again. The left-hand end of the stadium is a sea of red and white. Every Arsenal fan now up on his feet, ready to salute the new Cup winners, Cup winners. Benarivo. Bold. One or two Arsenal fans thought that was a final whistle. It isn't. Cripper now. It's a time for an equaliser for Parma. Medi's in there. Foul on the goalkeeper, that's not going to count. The linesman had his flag up and Benarivo says use your eyes, but the linesman looked and saw a Parma player offside then. At the top of your picture it was Minotti, I think. Oh, this is excruciating for Arsenal supporters. 4 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the game. It's still Arsenal 1, Parma 0. And Arsenal will take an age to take this throw in. Smith. Smith! Corner. It broke off Sensini, and Bucci couldn't keep it in play. Arsenal have won the Cup Winners' Cup. Alan Smith's goal has brought the Cup Winners' Cup to George Graham's team. It's their first European trophy in 24 years. The Parma team, who went into this game as the favourites, have been beaten by Arsenal, who won 2 cup competitions in England last year and now have a European trophy to celebrate. We'll remind you of the final score from Copenhagen as Arsenal celebrate with a trophy. Arsenal have won the Cup Winners' Cup. It ended Arsenal 1, Parma 0. Goodbye from Copenhagen.